Sasani, mambo vipi? Niko tu hapa ya, nimesimama tu kidogo. I'm just waiting for some few minutes. I got to work or do something else or think of calling in, but I'm not gonna call in. Just kidding. Now, I'm very much angry. Very much angry. Very angry. Why? I know you're asking why. Because I'm angry with our police force. This story of these two men that were, let me not say they were thrown into the river, because I don't know whether going by the stories between the two, it's not telling, between the guys, the witnesses, and the spokesperson. Seriously? I thank God I'm not a police officer, because I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll go berserk crazy like that lady I saw, and that is a video of another day. What's wrong with our policemen? What's wrong? If at all your officers did that, push the two guys into the river, knowing very well that they are handicapped, they cannot swim. They're already handicapped, they cannot swim. I know we swim like this. I used to swim, not anymore. I fear the water. And I know they knew how to swim, but because one of them was injured, and because their hands were not free, they could not swim. You knew what you were doing. If at all, and I'm repeating this, if at all it is true, you pushed the two guys into the river, may you lack peace in your dealings. Even when you are working with other police officers, may they see you as enemies of peace. Enemies at their place of work. Because you portrayed a very bad picture. This is where I shout at you. I wish I am able to scream. Scream. Maybe this will go into your heads. You know, dada hands. No, you are a human being. Where did humanity go? How dare you, if it is true? And I wish one of these boys, these young men who are witnesses, who are talking about this issue, recorded with their phones what was happening. And bravo to one of those men who said, I tried to save, and threw a rod, a wood, to save them so that they can hold on to and at least move them to the river, near the river. I've lived near rivers, dams, so I know. If you make it sometimes to the edge, you can hold. You hear the people, the Kikuyu people say, even whatever. Yeah, let them hold to that and go back to the river. Don't push them. You knew. I'm angry. I think I'm angry. I think I don't know, I'm gonna go berserk. I'm gonna go crazy. How would you do that? Why would you do that? What evil did those two guys did? Okay, let's agree to agree, and agree to disagree, and disagree and disagree and disagree, and agree. Yes, they were making changa. Does that Does that make you killers because they are making changa? Are they the first one? I grew up in a place whereby people used to brew changa. So I know how they used to distill those changas deep down alongside the rivers because of the water. So I know how they brew. I have never been a part and parcel of it, but I know how they do it. And I know how good they are good in dodging and evading the drug nets. They're very good and very smart. They don't brew changa when they are drunk. My goodness, stop lying to people. Don't make me angry. You have made people angry. Because when they brew this changa, they need to be sober. They need to be okay. Because they need to see to it that they get the purest changa ever. Alcohol. Absolute alcohol. And we used sometimes to go enjoy the drama. Deep across, down the river bends, you know, whereby you'll hear noises from the cars passing by because I'm in a parking here. I'm just waiting for something for a few minutes, but I felt like I cannot go further without talking about this. I don't like it. It aches me. It is eating me. It is eating my heart. It's aching my stomach. It is making my head spin. So when we used to go see those dramas, and the way the police officers, those who used to go and nab, most of them were APs. Yeah. Yeah. AP, administrative police officers from the chief camp, and sometimes they used to get reinforcement from the police force. And they will put changa somewhere, even at least pour it off and light a matchbox, and the changa will burn. So a changa brewer, I have never seen a changa brewer who is a drunkard. No, not a drunkard. Some of them are, but when they are doing their job, they are sober. Let's take this for instance. We hear those different stories that they were drunk. Yes, they were drunk. They were brewing changa. How can a drunkard brew changa when he's drunk? Do you know it involves fire? You stoke that fire because you don't want that fire to go off, to burn out. And those tanks, you know, I don't know what they were using and what you're calling. Where is the evidence? You police officers, you chief who ran away, where is the evidence? Because now the evidence is the guys, it is presumed, thought, it's not even thinking. They say, it is said, it is stated that the guys, you are the culprits. They went down the stream because it is presumed, it is assumed that you pushed them into the river. So why are you employed in the first place? If that's how you lose evidence and the information that you relay back to your spokesperson, your seniors, and the seniors, sometimes I don't care whether you hurt me or not, mark me, I'm talking to you. Say something that, do not say it happened like this. You are not there. They bring stories to you. Why don't you say the information I have at hand is that the two guys were found brewing changa, which is illegal in Kenya. The two guys, before my boys, hata nimecheka mami. Hey, the two guys were brewing changa while very much drunk. And the two guys, look at this before you talk. The two guys were running away from my police officers, from my boys. How? The two boys were in your hands. Stop lying to Kirende. I'm one of the Kirende. I'm one of the people. I am one of those agitated, you know. I'm one of those who is agonizing in this story. And I sometimes I help people who do bad things intentionally. So the boys, per your information, the spokesperson, I don't want to say it is Kamau, it is the PPO, it is the CID, it is the OCPD, it's the OCS, it is the KIV, it is whoever said this. How can a handcuffed person, there are two of them, they are handcuffed together or wherever. It seems to me they were handcuffed together the way you do it. How can they run away from you? And how can they just plunge into the river foolishly? Running away from you. Were they sure they will be able to swim? Even if they are good swimmers, they know all the tactics. They know all the tactics involved in swimming. Please, we are not children. They might have done something wrong. I agree with that. Yes, because you said they were brewing changa. The friends say they were fishing. Whom do we believe? Where is your evidence? You people who ran away, even the police officer who was saved, so let's look at this. Me, I think I would have been the best investigator in this world too. Kari. Let's look at this. And I challenge those investigators, Akina Purity, all those guys that I love most, those who make me glue into the YouTube, into television, listening, following them, unravel the misery. Let's look at this in a wider perspective, the way this camera is doing right now. It is taking everything in a wider perspective because it is wide. That's how it's set. Okay, I am a police officer. These are two people I've nabbed. They're running away from me. Hey! Jesus Christ of Nazareth, come and hear this from the people you created, the people you have given life, the people who have now removed life from people. Jehovah. So they're handcuffed. They are running away from the police officers with handcuffed hands. And because they were running away from the police officers, they plunged into the river running away. Then the question is, one of your police officers, it's said that one of the guys grasps the police officer. The three fall into the river. Hey. This is the best movie we can make and we have never seen. It cannot be even presumed by anybody. And I'm very angry about this. Very angry. So, the three of them plunge into the river because the two young men handcuffed, and then they are drunkard. They fall together with the police officer, running away from the police officer. Which school of thought did you go? Which school of lies did you go? Which school of tactics did you go? Which theory are you using? Which theory are you using? Which picture are you trying to create? Because it cannot be created whatsoever. It is not. It cannot be created. It cannot be filmed. It cannot be produced. It cannot even be put as a portrait in our homes. What are you trying to tell us? Tell us the truth. Yeah, it happens. Are you the first police officers to be charged? Are you the first police officers to be like you are found guilty of something, misdemeanor? Are you? Those boys now are dead. The families are waiting for them to at least come up of the river, and it's raining. They were swept and maybe swept so many kilometers away, and I pray to God that they find them. You know, God is merciful. They will still float. And I pray to God they float. It is said one of the boys and maybe was hit on the head, and automatically, even if they were good swimmers, being handcuffed, even if that one person would have tried to to swim with one hand, trying to hold the brother, trying to hold the friend, it could not have been possible. Because the other guy is almost done, and the other guy, if the hand that he could have used to swim and maybe hold the other guy, like the way we see people trying to save people, you know, by holding somebody like this or like this, then you swim back, or swim with one hand trying to pull the other guy. It was not possible. Because if they were handcuffed like this, the way they do it, and the other guy is not able to do anything, he's just swallowing water, he's dead now. He's being swept like this. He's not helping in any way, because those people who manage to be saved are people who are also trying to kick. And if they are swimmers, I presume because they were fishing, and them being alongside the river, they might have known how to swim. So it was not possible for the two to do it. And the person who plunged together with the guys is supposed to be in jail now. No, in the cell, awaiting judgment. Awaiting judgment. Reason? If you fell with them and they grasped you, you are the people who are trying to push the two guys into the river and they were assisting. That's my picture. That's my scenario. I know this thing is under investigation. Which investigation? The two guys plunging into the river with handcuffs. You are even messing up with the government's resources, wasting the handcuffs. Excuse me. I pray to God those bodies get found, they're found, and we get to see what the pathologist will say. Which is this big mystic? Which is this big crime those guys did by brewing changa? Are they the first one? We have seen changa killing men. we used to know the changa dance. Even now, even when I was in Nairobi, I used to know the changa dance, and I keep quiet. Reason? I am not a law enforcer, because the law enforcers, I used to see them go there a certain time, like Messiah 6-ish, EV 7-ish. Yeah, they go collect their thing. They got then pass by a certain illegal what do we call these? No gas station, petrol station. Let me use the words we use back home. They go there, they collect kidogo, and I'm talking the truth and nothing but the truth before God and before them. They pass there, or those who are working morning shift. You know, I used to work half day, so I used to see everything. They pass there, they collect their share in the morning, and they go. Then those who are in, who take over, they also come pass by. They take their whatever. I don't know how much they were being given. I don't want to lie, but what is this big crime these two did for you to plunge them into the river? Are you different from those people who killed the 4 guys? No, the 3 guys, because we are still looking for the 4th guy, and dumped them in River Matioya. What difference does it make? Does it make any difference? You are the same. You're not different. You're not different. Then instead of saving them after you, anyway, you might have not, or you might not be able to swim and save the guys, but you would have tried. Encourage those guys who are there trying to save the others to save. But because you are running away and they were fearing crown, you know, he used to say, we fear crown. We fear, you know, this crown that is here. I don't know whether it's made of shield or whatever. Because your shield is not even defending nobody. It's messing up. You need to go home. You need to be in jail by now. I don't know. My boys, they were trying to... Can you imagine? I am the police spokesperson. Huh? And now, I stand there or sit there on my seat, the way I'm seated, and I tell the people, Kerende, Wanjiko, the way they are called, I don't know why, the whole Kenya, and the whole media, we were watching. I'm not in Kenya, I'm watching. Reason? Because it's on YouTube. Anybody can watch YouTube. Even people here, they watch, they say, what's wrong with your country? They say nothing. It's just few people who messing it. It's the same case with here. I sit here and I say, you know, the 2 men, they were because they were found brewing changa, and they were... What did you say? They were handcuffed? No. Whatever you said, I don't care. I don't give a damn. You know? And they were trying to run away from our police officer. Which police officer? Seriously, don't make me come to the camera, next to the camera, because I'm angry. Which police officer? Running away from which police officer? They were already in the vicinity of your police officers. How did they manage to run? If at all there were several police officers, they knew this, and they had other police officers. How would 2 people handicapped, so much drunk, run away from the police officer? And you dare sit there, tell Kerende, tell us that they were running away from the police, your people, you guys, you boys. Surely these are boys. Whoever says they are boys, they are boys. And I'm not sorry to say so. Anyway, that's no issue. The issue is, whatever happened, whatever your officers did, you should be number 1 to say, you know, the way our mothers used to give us ultimatums, even the way you people, even during cases, we give you 7 days to bring back the information to us. We give you 14 hours to produce this. Same case. We are also giving you ultimatum, whatever you want to call it, ultimatum, whatever. These people to be in cell or jail, awaiting trial. Yes. And as the investigation continues, because for this one, it really needs investigation, because we need to trust the sources and the witnesses. But the witnesses, both of them, they are saying was hit. They saw you. Actually, I am fearing for the life of those witnesses, because they know what happened. They are the key. They hold the key to the lock. The key to the lock. And the lock is how the 2 guys were plunged into the river. And I am wishing one of them recorded, but because of fear of the police officer standing there with the guns, the chief, the AP, even me, I would fear. But still, in such a scenario, like the way they were trying to, I bravo those people. I think the villagers should love those boys. They tried, if at all they tried. So, you know, everything is under investigation, but I'm condemning. I'm not judging, I'm condemning the action. And I'm praying and I'm asking the government, I'm asking the PPO to intervene. Forget about the CIDs, CIDs. Which crime are you investigating? You're good. You know, people who are brewing changa, and those others, they are saying the ones who are brewing changa ran away. And these people who assumed to have been brewing changa were drunkard. It doesn't add. It doesn't make any sense. If the real changa brewers ran away, and now you have the innocent people. It happens even in fracas. The innocents, they are caught in the melee. It is okay. That one happens. But why plunge souls into the river? Helpless souls into the river. I was hopeful. The police officer who was grasped. I'm not relating in this, but I am just like, I wish he was also swept away. It could have been the best. I don't know what the spokesperson would have said. Oh, the drunkards, these two drunkards trying to run away from the police officer. So they grabbed one of the police officer, trying to run away with him, like hijacking him or her. Hey, what a scenario! It makes no sense. It's a nice scenario though. You're even making me smile and laugh. This is not laughable. It is not. So I wish he was swept. Luckily, I don't know. I hear he was not swept. He would have been swept. That could have been the best. We would be talking different now. Reason? The officer is swept. Reason? He was pushing the guys into the river. And I know the other guys, the others, seriously, you know, human beings are human beings. There is no humanity nowadays. They would have said, oh, one of our officers, because now he's helpless and dead, he cannot talk and say what happened. Oh, he was trying to struggle with the two guys, and the two guys overpowered him, and they plunged him into the river. They also plunged into the river for fear of being nabbed, for fear of being handcuffed, and they already have handcuffed, for fear of being taken to court. Jesus Christ. That is the way I'm presuming it would have been, you know. It is wrong. It is wrong. Leave the people alone. Take the people to court. Even if you take them always and they came out, or maybe they didn't get that kafinje, you know. Even those who ran away, trust me, they are not at peace, because right now, you see the way I'm talking in anger. Then they are not talking in anger, because they cannot narrate even to their own wives, even to their own colleagues, what happened. They cannot. They will lie. And some will, when you go home, when you are alone, you start seeing the two guys sweeping, being swept by the currency, being swept by the charging river, being swept down the river, being swept down the river, trying to call for help. Save for the one they say when they were trying to save them, it looks like one of the guys was dead. What a scene! It's pathetic. It's so sad. I don't know. Very, very sad. Very sad. They had gone to look for food. I don't care whether they were brewing changa or not. They are not the first one. That is not too big crime for them to be plunged into the river. It has never happened. Those who are plunged into the rivers are those people killed by their counterparts because of illegal dealings or shoddy dealings or whatever, hired thugs, and plunge them into the river, at least to cover evidence, you know. But still, it's wrong. Why would you plunge somebody into the river? Just leave the body there. You did it. Your intention was to kill, yeah? Yeah, you killed. And your intention was that you don't get nabbed. So when you plunge somebody into the river, do you erase the evidence that you were with him, or you had negotiated with him, or you was one time seen quarreling, exchanging, disagreeing? Does it? It's the same case. You failed the state. No, right? The state. Yeah, Kenya is a sovereign state. You failed our country. You failed the community per se. You failed the government. You failed the force. You failed the police force. And you failed your own self. And now you are guilty even before you are charged or investigated. You are already guilty deep down here. And here, don't lie to nobody. You might be powerful, but you are guilty here. Here, the eyes, the ears, because you had them cry for help. The heart, because you know the truth. Your hands, because you pushed them. Guilty as charged by your own actions. We cry for justice for the two guys. Period. Yeah, I know I am just a small person yapping here, but before God is the right thing to do. For the people, I love the people. I love being there for the community. You know, why didn't you just take them to court? Press charges. Let them rot in jail if they had done that big crime to deserve death. Get death penalty, you know, even if I don't know whether it's applicable back home nowadays. We need that forever back, so that whoever does such a crime gets a death penalty, and we see them being jailed. The way we see people here on Hangman's News, you pity them when they are killed, you know. They are killed, yeah. You hear them tomorrow, if you want to, they do it. Yeah, they do it. Yeah, I wish they can do it back there, because that's what we need with the current and the way the things are going with the current situation. That's the solvent, like in chemistry. That is the solution. Solvent, chemical, solvent, mix, the solvent. Yes, that will solve everything, because when we absorb and dissolve those culprits, those actions, we will have a sane force, a sane community, a sane country, sane people, sane me, sane you, sane everybody. From me to you, not with love today, with anger. Peace.